Hi, it's Jay from EDSA Tarot back with some more sparkle for you. So today we are going to take a look at the very exciting new little tiny release from Lennox Reese from Ivy Lee. In my brain, it is always Ivy Lee. I think it might be Ivy Lie, but in my brain it's Ivy Lee, and that's how it shall say. Now, that kind of ties into the theme, this general theming that we have going on where Erin, the Witch of Saturn, and I just no holds bars consistently rename Lennox's beautiful creations. I just want to take a second to thank Lennox for being such a good sport, because she consistently takes our renamings in stride. She is so cool. Like, I can only imagine how much time and effort that Lennox puts into these creations, and that includes the naming of the thing that she has made. And then me and Erin come around and we're like, oh, great grandmother's faded frontier oracle, that's now called GOG, G-O-G, for good old grandma. And when Lennox was teasing this deck, which is called officially Common Oracle, that's its name, that's its rightful name, she had posted a picture on Instagram of this, and Erin texted me in a panic. She thought that maybe Lennox had changed the very cute backs that were previously shown that kind of matched folkloric forest a little bit to this dog bone motif. And Erin, she spiraled. So me being me, I messaged Lennox and I was like, did you go and change the backs on us? Because this looks like a humorous, not a skull in the background. And she responded saying that she's been getting questioned whether the backs were changed, and no, that these are just thank you cards that she's making. So it caused quite the stir. It was very, very humorous. And this inside joke has just transcended through space and time and is now something that we all think of as like this little inside joke. So I just wanted to bring you into the inside joke with us. I saw that Lennox was posting a giveaway for this deck, and I said, please, ancestors, if you've watched the Death Duel Oracle episode, you know what I'm talking about. But I was like, please, ancestors, please, can I please have this deck for free, ancestors? And lo and behold, I ended up winning Lennox's giveaway, which is so exciting because I don't want to jinx myself, but I hardly ever win giveaway type things. And so this was just such a moment for me that after the very comical renaming of Dogbone deck, that I ended up winning a copy of this. So that's the preamble to the reason why I just wanted to film this little video. I did take it out of the box, but it is wrapped in this really cute like tissue paper that looks like newspaper, which is so apt for what this deck looks like on the inside. And I just wanted to open it up on camera. Today's polish is Lurid Lacquer, Only Fools Fail to Admire. Pretty pink. And the perfume of the day is this Tokyo Milk Star Crossed, which has notes of citrus, water lily, frankincense, and vetiver. This is giving corporate bitch vibes. I will not elaborate further. All right, let's finally open up our little cutesy package here. I don't want to wreck this paper. The Common Oracle 84-word mini deck by Lennox Reese. I'm really excited because I watched Lennox's video on this, and it looks like there are quite a few different ways that this can be used. Lennox did share that this is 1.75 by 2.5 inches. There are 84 cards. This is 330 GSM Superior Smooth cardstock with black core. Yeah, I just really enjoy Superior Smooth cardstock, so no complaints. So Lennox has mentioned that she tried to keep the deck as balanced as possible, with words that are both, you know, more positive, negative, neutral. She did post a couple of videos where she talked about this deck, namely it was mentioned in a Create Your Own Deck video. It was mentioned in, I think, like a monthly wrap up. And then she did just recently make a video where she talked about the different ways that you can use this deck. And so I'm really excited to kind of put some of those methods to use At the end of this video, I'd like to show some of those ways that I plan to use this oracle. I've made a video before on how I use some of my spread and question decks, and I think that one of the beauties of having a deck that is kind of like general and open like this, where it's just a keyword on a white background, is that it can be used in a multitude of ways, and the sky is the limit. Like, if you can think of a way to use it, then there it is for you, ready to be employed in a variety of practices. So just to review some of the ways that she's talked about it, are using it as a tarot clarifier, so pulling tarot cards and then using these keywords to kind of clarify them, using them as spread positions where you pull a few of these cards and use them as the positions that you're going to use for your tarot spread, and then pairing multiple of these words together, kind of in a fridge magnet style. And so I would like to do little mini reading examples of all three of these to kind of see how it feels to use them in that way, and then maybe, just like warm up my use with this deck. One of the ways that I foresee myself using it too is kind of employing Dawn Michelle's practices. So her one-shot readings, I did an example video of that. She made one that was called like the Trash Panda spread, and she just kind of like pulled a bunch of decks that she thought were fun to use together and really went wild, just like doing a trash spread. And so I do have a video like response to that, but I'd like to try again with this deck because I feel like this is just perfect to use in that kind of thing. Like when you start implementing die and little small cards, I think it's just so fun. So this deck is pretty thick since it's got so many cards, but I'm excited to see how it shuffles because I think it's going to be interesting. All right, let's see. Very little bend. Tiny bit of riffling, like not great. I didn't think it would though. Okay, let's see how the overhand is. I love this cute little size. Okay, let's see. Promise. Just to see what happens. This is the little mini Discovering Beauty. I did end up buying this. I think it's so freaking cute. Okay, using this as a spread position, what kind of promise do I need to make to myself for today? The Three of Water. I really did make a promise to myself at the beginning of this year that I would really work on spending time in friendship and community. And I think this is just a reminder of that promise to myself that I made, that, investing in friendships takes time. And in order to forge those connections, you have to be willing to show up consistently and participate. So I think that's just a little reminder there. And just because I had to know what they looked like exactly next to each other, they're so cute together. I really enjoy the similarities. And obviously they're kind of similar because they're from the same creator. So this is Folkloric Forest. Let's do a little reading with that. And we'll just do a simple 3-card pull of Mind, Body, Spirit. So for Mind, we've got the 10 of Earth, okay? And for body, we've got the 8 of Earth. A lot of Earth energy. Spirit, Ace of Fire. Okay, cool. Now let's clarify with the Oracle. We've got 10 of Earth, so we've got renewal. To clarify, we've got seed. Okay. If you've seen the Two of Moms Tarot Death Doula episode, I feel like a lot of like heritage, ancestral things have been on my mind. And so for this 10 of Earth being renewal, like what kind of renewed, invigorated spirit do I have in regards to ancestry and heritage? And for body, we've got the 8 of Earth here, clarified by seed. And I kind of feel like the body and spirit kind of go together here, where we've got the seed being planted and 8 of Earth talking about more about like the harvesting, the work of it. And then decay with Ace of Fire being like, if you don't strike while the iron's hot, if you don't move forward with something when it is in that excitation phase, you can lose your vigor and the idea starts to decay. This very much speaks to me about a spread that I've done this week for Deck Connectors Club with Little Bird Tarot. So yeah, that's how I would use it to clarify. And then let's see what it has to say if we use it fridge magnet style. So I'm going to pull 3 words to make some sort of a sentence. I need to harvest, fortune, and anchor. This also speaks to that last spread where you've got the 10 of Pentacle harvest feeling and fortune. And in order to do that, in order to harvest a fortune, you need to anchor in to both things from the past and the present. Let's pull a Discovering Beauty to see what thing we should be anchoring into. Strength. Okay. So anchoring into our sense of strength, self-compassionate version of strength that, yes, we want to be strong, but we also want to be flexible. Anchoring into that is going to help us harvest a sense of fortune. So lastly, I wanted to do one of Dawn Michelle's one-shot readings, trash readings, where you just throw down from a bunch of different decks. So I'm going to use some of these decks that I've been messing around with and just kind of like throw out some cards, see what message comes through and see how that goes. So I want to start with Folkloric Forest and just get one card kind of as the energy of the reading. What's our main focus going to be? Okay, it threw us 2 cards. That's what we're going with. The main energy is 9 of Earth and the Devil. This kind of speaks to how like the earthly pleasures, like excess and living in abundance, can kind of lead to this devil trapped within yourself energy. Let's see what Common Oracle wants to say. Oh, I lied. Let's see what good old grandma has to say about this. She wants to always throw down some pretty intense advice. Mild disguise again. Interesting. This is what I got the last time I did a one-shot reading like this. So what exactly is the mild disguise doing for us? Like, we're kind of hiding, but we're not entirely. Illusion. That the sense of earthly pleasures doesn't allow us to see clearly. It's an illusion, and that getting trapped in this cycle is kind of where the devil takes us. How can we escape that energy? And Discovering Beauty. How can we escape? Ooh, strength again. Okay. So it gave us 4 cards. So let's just take a look at what all these are. We've got Strength, 5 of Pentacles, Voice Fire, and 8 Earth. So it's almost, this almost reads to me as a cycle. So you've got strength and like truly allowing your voice to be heard and not being afraid to let the things that you have inside come out. And sometimes that can be exhausting and take a lot out of you. You end up needing to ground, being down on the ground in this cycle, and just like allowing that to work its magic on you. And I feel like this is a very uncommon interpretation of 5 Earth, but this, like, it looks like they're just like giving it up to God. Like they are just like letting whatever will be, kind of surrendering to the circumstances. So yeah, I think there might be some strength in letting your voice be heard. And then after you've done that, kind of letting what will be, and letting it kind of marinate and releasing the expectations. I'm going to pull a pocket archetype for this side over here as to what's something that I can hang on to from this reading moving forward. Like what can I think about to kind of sum this up? And we've got the mother archetype. These pearls of wisdom, treating yourself with kindness when you're working through these difficult cycles, and allowing yourself nesting in change. That doesn't have to be like a violent cycle. It can just be treating yourself with compassion once you've done this work. Okay. All right, well, that was the Common Oracle, an 84 mini word deck by Lennox Reese. I think that this deck is going to be a very versatile little addition to my collection, and I'm excited to continue working with it and see what kind of insights we get together. So thanks for creating this, Lennox. Thanks for hosting the giveaway, and I'm super excited that I won, and I'm just very appreciative. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, comment, do all the things, and I will talk to you later. Signing out.